Hello, James Sharman here alongside Craig Forrest virtually. England, Italy, we're down to the final two. And Craig, that sounds like a proper final. But the fact is, it's England's first final in 55 years. So is the pressure on them, do you think? Or just getting this far, is that actually enough for that fervent fan base and that program?
Well, you should be telling me because you're a fan of England, and you're saying so far, you're saying, you know what, the final is great. If we lose it, I'm fine with that. But you also haven't actually lost a final before, and I'm guessing that you're going to feel really, really bad when Italy win this game.
It's a strange one. It really is because there's that real hunger to win, and of course, every Englishman, every Englishwoman, everyone that wants this team to win wants to see this team dominating, win a trophy, of course. But my point was just that it's been so long, and that semi-final hoodoo at so many tournaments has been so painful. Getting this far, I think, is progress to a certain point. But of course, if England lose, then it'll be crushing. Italy, however, they're used to playing in big finals, but having failed to qualify for the 2018 World Cup, this kind of feels like the rebirth in some ways of Italian football, doesn't it?
It does. I mean, there's been several years now where the Italian Federation has been worried about the future and development of players and where they're going to come from. Mancini's done a really good job with this group. He's, this group is tight. They've been together for a long time. They're, like most national teams, they have a really tight camaraderie and have played exceptionally well. Mancini's been in charge, I believe, for 38 games. Given up more than one goal on one occasion. This team is difficult to beat. That's why all the way down the road, we said, Italy, if you're going to beat them, you have to beat them in a tight game or penalties. And they managed to work their way through this tournament, which they always seem to do because they just know how to win football games at the international level. And that's why they've got themselves to the final.
Giorgio Chiellini says England are very hard to beat and they have the home support, which is just enormous. Harry Kane says this is 50-50. It's really a coin flip. Two teams with very versatile systems. They can play through the back, four at the back, 4-3-3, defensive, attacking. It should be a really good final, Craig. But who do you think should be the favourites? I know the bookies are saying England because Englishmen are piling the money into them. But for your money, who is the favourite for this?
Well, I think that that's why England are the favorite, and because they're playing at home. I think if this game was being played in Rome, I think it would be the other way around, quite honestly. It's tight as you could possibly get. And if you dissect both teams, they have quality in every area. You might be a little bit more pushing to say Italy's midfield is stronger than England's. Verratti is a world-class midfielder. There's no doubt about that. But England's young players have done really well. Declan Rice, I'm going to throw in West Ham player again. He's done really well, and he isn't phased by the pressure. Kane's come to the forefront here in this tournament at the latter stages where his confidence is building. I think the personal issue with his own club career in the future is played on his mind as much as you might not say it hasn't. But both sides, the Chiellinis and the Bonucci's at the back for Italy have been there forever. They're really talk about tight groups. They're going to need some protection. They're going to want the pace of England to get in behind them, but they'll manage to do something. Mancini's got that experience, as you know. He's won a club level, Premier League as well, and Southgate's got a ton of experience really with international football and tournament football, which is he's managed to manage his way through very well so far too.
It is one of those occasions where I think it's fair to say that the two best teams in this tournament on that form have made the final. I know France was a favorite, Belgium, Portugal were ranked higher than both these two teams, but the way they've played, the style they've played thus far, they deserve to be here, and it should make for what is a wonderful and I'm sure a very tense final. We'll regroup on Sunday, Craig, and discuss just who wins this thing.